What's up, guys? It's Matty NASCAR here, and I am back with my 5 picks for Atlanta. Now, as always, I've already written down my thoughts. You can check that out down below, I guess. I think that's where it's at. You can follow me on Twitter. Let's put that right here. And as always, the goal is to get a hat trick, at least 3, but I'm going to give you a top 5, so let's crack open a top 5. Number 1, let's talk some winners, baby. My first pick that I've got as a winner, who I really like, is Ryan Blaney. I mean, obviously, this shouldn't shock you. Ryan Blaney is just a monster at these tracks. He's always up front. He's always mixing it up. He's always leading laps. He's got the best driver average rating at this track in the last 4 races. He's got 2 top 10s. He's got a top 5 in the last 4. And I think if he avoids that wreck, and I hope he does, I think he can be up there. I think he can get that 12 in victory lane. I got that at like 1,300 boost odds on Caesars. My next winner I like is William Byron. Yes, I know a lot of people might be fading him because he's been doing the media tours and doing all of that. Maybe he's too distracted from winning the Daytona 500. I can understand that. But he was my first pick, and the reason why is because Byron he's turning into a superstar. He's turning into a monster. He's so good. And that 24 car has a history of doing this. In 97, when Gordon, then 26, the same age as Byron, won his first Daytona 500, he ended up winning the next race. So I think Byron can get the 24 car in a victory lane for the second week in a row, just like a very young Jeff Gordon did after his first Daytona 500. My next pick is Ross Chastain, the Watermelon Wheelman. I don't know if that sticks. I made that up right here off the top of my dome. Look, Trackhouse Racing has been great here in the last 4 races since they've done the reconfiguration. They have 5 top 10 since the track was made into the super speedway, so that's obviously counting both of them. They finished second 3 out of 4 times here. Chastain was 2 of those runner-up finishes. And this guy almost won last week at Daytona. He was a fender away from making a great move, I will say, because we would have said it was great if he won. Woulda, coulda, shoulda. And I got him at 2,000 odds. Yeah, I'm going to take that. A guy who almost won last week, who has a win on a super speedway, and who has finished second here 2 times. Yeah, I'm going to take that. So Ross Chastain, that's my other favorite to win this race. Number 2, Daniel Suarez, top 5. I talked about it. Trackhouse has been really, really good here. His teammate has run really well here too. He's got a 2nd place finish, a 4th place finish, and a 6th place finish. And it's disrespectful, honestly, to get him at plus 450 odds to get a top 5. If you want a longer shot, I think I saw him at like plus 4,000 to win. I thought about it, decided to pass on it. Number 3, I have a 2-parter here for you people. I've got head-to-head matchups. I think I'm going to play around with head-to-head matchups a little bit more this year. I like that you can parlay them. I like parlays. I know I probably shouldn't, but I like them. So I've got 2 for you. One's a parlay, and one is just an outright. And if you haven't caught on yet, I'm really heavy on Trackhouse this week, which is probably going to shoot me in the foot, but hey, whatever. So the first head-to-head I like is Ross Chastain over Martin Truex Jr. As stated before, Chastain has performed very well in Atlanta, and Truex has a top 10 and an 11th place finish in 22. But then outside of that, he's got a 29th in the last 2. And he just pretty much keeps getting worse as we keep going back to this track. Truex doesn't do well on super speedways, as we all know. So I'm deciding to fade him, which is another trend you will see. And this next one, my 3-way parlay, I've got Logano over Hamlin, I've got Blaney over Bell, and I've got Busch over Truex. Yes, I know I'm fading all of Joe Gibbs Racing, and you're thinking, whoa, why are we doing that? Let me tell you why. Joe Gibbs Racing has only had 1 multiple car top 10 since we've been going to this new configuration of Atlanta. And Bell, Hamlin, and Truex have all only had 1 top 10 each. All right? And I know it's crazy to say because Hamlin's so good and Bell's good and Truex is good. He runs well. He doesn't win the races, but he's been decent there. But I'm just going to show you, I'm telling you the stats, the facts here, and that's why I'm fading them all. And I've got the Penske boys and Kyle Busch over the Gibbs boys, and hopefully we make some money. Number 4, it's another Trackhouse play. Ross Chastain, top 3. I got it as an odds boost on Caesars. I got it for plus 700. I told you why already. I told you the facts about Ross Chastain. I saw it. I loved it. I bet it. There you go. Number 5. Again, you are going to see that there is a trend that will make or break me this weekend. And that is the Toyotas under 2.5 cars in the top 10. I'm fading Toyota big time. In the last 4 races, this has hit 3 times. 3. And 2 out of those 4, Toyota didn't have a single car in the top 10. I don't know why, but they haven't ran well here. I'm hoping that trend continues. I got this on Caesars, I believe, at plus 130 odds. Just a little something extra that I actually haven't done a lot of these top 10, how many cars. I saw it, saw the facts, I bet it. The one extra that I have for you that I played around with and I decided not to do it is one that could actually go against my number 5 pick, and that's Eric Jones to get a top 10. Eric is now in a Toyota, and if he does finish in the top 10, that's going to hurt my under 2.5. But the stats are there for him. He's got a top 5 and a top 10 in the last 4, and he runs well at these types of tracks. So maybe if you're up in the air about that last one, maybe take that Toyota under out and plug Eric Jones top 10 in there because, really either one I was playing around with, but I thought that under 2.5 cars is kind of fun. So that's what I did. Those are my picks for Atlanta. Hopefully we have a good weekend. Daytona wasn't great to us. We got the manufacturer bet, but that is all that hit. Not doing a manufacturer bet this week, but I am kind of heavy on Toyota not doing well and Chevys and Ford doing well. Yeah, so I might have some extra stuff that I'll post on Twitter, but I don't have on here. Qualifying has happened now, and I know Logano did really well. McDowell's got the pole, and I believe the Trackhouse guys didn't qualify well, but I don't think Gibbs did either, so I'm still not too worried about that. So, anyways, thanks for checking it out. Thanks for tailing if you do. If you don't, that's fine. But let's have a good weekend. I'm happy NASCAR's back. Thanks for tuning in. Again, you can catch my full article that goes into everything below, above. I don't really know where it goes. I'm new to this, guys. And as always, you can follow me on Twitter, like I said earlier. So thanks. See you guys next week, and happy betting on some NASCAR.